Hi my loves, and welcome back to another book vlog. So today's book vlog, we'll be reviewing two books. So I've been reading like crazy like all August. I think I'm on my fourth book of the month, which maybe isn't that crazy, but I feel like usually I read like 2 to 3 books a month, and this month I've managed to do 4. So I'm excited because I feel like maybe I'm reading a bit faster, or maybe I'm just getting through my books a bit faster because I really enjoy what it is that I'm reading. It's a very gloomy day in London today, and it's a bit windy. But anyway, let's just get straight into the first book. So I'm going to be reviewing 2 books because I finished 1 book last week and 1 book this week, like a few days ago. So the first book that I finished was The Rebound. It's by Catherine Walsh. So I'll be reviewing that one. And then the second book was The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. Okay, so I know all of y'all have probably seen this all over booktok, and I feel like this is a very, very famous booktok book at the moment. Everyone is rating this 5 stars. And I did enjoy it. However, I would not rate it 5 stars. I would rate it 4. Okay, so the book follows a young woman named Millie who is like an ex-con. She's out on parole, and she's currently living in her car, and she's basically just trying to find a job really quick, because technically living in your car and not having a job violates her parole. So she didn't tell her parole officer, and she's just trying to find a job, and she's desperate for a job. And she's worked as a maid before, so she applied to be a maid at the Winchester household, which is just a very wealthy family in the area she's in, and basically she's going to be their housemaid / nanny type of ordeal. So she applies for the job, but like I said, Millie's on parole, so she's like very like desperate just for employment right now. And then not only this employment also covers her housing, so like she could just stay with them. So like she's very desperate for it, and that's kind of why eventually she just takes the job. The first day she arrives, Nina suggests that she unpacks Millie suggests that she unpacks and gets straight to work, because like she noticed that the house is a wreck. Like before, when she came for her interview, it was literally spotless, and now the house is just literally a disaster, and she's like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into type of thing, because like these people are slobs. And then she noticed that Nina is kind of acting like very passive aggressive towards her, when in the interview she was like the complete opposite. She was super nice, super sweet, very welcoming. So she's kind of like, what's going on with this woman type thing. And yeah, but obviously she ignores it, because like she really needs the job, and she just wants to do a good job, so that like she doesn't have to violate parole, because she really doesn't want to go back to prison. So eventually, as you get into like the middle-ish part of the book, you notice like tension between Nina and Millie, because like we eventually meet the rest of the characters of the book, which feature Nina's daughter, who is 9, Cecilia, and her husband Andrew. And her husband Andrew is like this super handsome guy, super rich, obviously. So like Millie obviously is already attracted to him off rip, and like he kind of feels the same way, vice versa. Like she'll catch them kind of like doing like sly glances at each other, you know, real inappropriate stuff. So yeah, anyway, Millie has like a small crush on her boss, obviously on Andrew, but like she puts it away because she really needs the job. But like Nina doesn't make it easy, because like she's in a very weird situation, because like they'll have fights or disagreements right in front of her, or Nina will have like a crazy meltdown straight in front of her, and Millie's just kind of there. And she also takes out like her frustration and her anger out on Millie, which is very awkward when you're working for someone. So okay, I don't really want to like go too much into detail with this book, simply because it is a mystery and thriller, and I feel like if I spoil it like in this book vlog, for those of you who actually do want to read it and who will eventually read it, I feel like that just kind of defeats the purpose. And I really enjoy like watching videos, and then like they give me like a good summary of it, but like they don't actually spoil the book for me. So I'm not gonna get into detail about like what are the twists and turns, what happens in the main plot, like what's the mystery, how is the mystery solved or whatever in the story. I'm just gonna leave that up to you guys to read for yourselves. However, I did really enjoy this book. I feel like because so many people on my booktok have rated this 5-star, I had way higher expectations for it. And then like once I finished the book, like I just wasn't shocked the way that I felt like I was gonna be shocked once I read it. Like I was so excited to read this. I am gonna, however, finish the rest of the series because I did thoroughly enjoy it, and it's a very like easy type of read. Like and then it's not a super long book. It's about 250 pages. So I finished it within like I think 3 days, and then yeah, like I couldn't put it down, which is what I really enjoyed about the book as well. So the next story we're going to be reviewing, well, the next book I read that we're going to be reviewing for this month is The Rebound by Catherine Walsh. This is one of the books I got like I thrifted this book, and it was only literally like £1.50, so I was very excited. Not only how cheap it was, but I need to go back to that bookstore, and I think in that vlog I'll probably do that. So the book follows a young woman named Abby. I feel like the tropes in this book are like romance and second chance romance. So we basically follow her story as she navigates turning 30 and losing her job, losing her fiance, and then having to move back to Ireland, which is where she's originally from. And the book is set in New York, and then we switched to Ireland because obviously she had to move back home once she lost her job. Born in Ireland, and she grew up with her childhood best friend named Luke, who is the love interest in the story. Okay, so Abby comes from obviously like a very small town within Ireland, so like she's really the only one within her friend group or really within her town, like her core town community, that has left Ireland and like literally moved and immigrated elsewhere. She moves to New York after she goes to university somewhere outside of Ireland, and then she lands a job in New York at McFarlane, which is like a big, what I got from it was like a big tech company. And the company like basically has some sort of crash and then goes under, and basically like they close the company down, so she has to move back to Ireland. And we just kind of navigate how hard, or we watch her navigate how hard it is to like basically come back home. She's feeling like a failure, she's feeling like she's in despair obviously, and then while all this is happening with her job, her fiance like breaks up with her and says like, yeah, I don't want to be with you anymore. So like she's just having like a really rough go when it comes to her life, especially when like she probably felt like she'd been figured it out, engaged, and like had a really good job to live away from your family and to like have everything figured out, and then it really have the rug pulled from under you. It's just like, it's so real, but it's also like so disheartening, and I could only imagine like the self-esteem problems she was having. But I feel like that's why it was like super relatable, and I really enjoyed how the author like got really real within her story, despite it just being like a super cute romance book at the same time, you know. So her love interest Luke is the first one she sees when she goes back home from Ireland, and he actually picks her up from the airport. They just happen to run into each other, and he offers her a ride, and she says yes. And then like the whole time they're together, they like kind of have like this flirty energy about them, and it's actually really cute because Luke has had a crush on her since they were children. But yeah, so Luke has his own story within the book that does not centered around Abby, which I like. So we get to meet Luke's parents, Beth and Pat, I believe, and his father got into like a really catastrophic car accident a few years back, like I think when they were in uni, and then he was actually living in Dublin at the time, and then he moved back to be closer to his family and everything, so that way he could take care of his dad. But when Abby first gets home, she's kind of judgmental of everyone in her community because she realizes like she's the only one that's like picked up and left Ireland and like never looked back. And there's like some tension with every character about like just how courageous that is, but also like they don't get how she got like that because no one in their town really does that. So yeah, she also kind of judges Luke for that without not knowing that he did up and leave as well. At one point he just came back because of like family issues, obviously. So as she's home, she actually, like, for a good portion of the book, she actually hides the fact that her and Michael, the guy she was engaged to, are no longer engaged, because, like, I think she's just embarrassed about what everyone will say, and just, like, she already feels like a failure, I'm sure, for, like, losing her job and, like, it all being in the news and everyone knows about it. So eventually it does come out, and Luke is like the last one to find out though, and then when he does find out, he feels like she's been playing him this whole time while they've been like trying to get to know each other again and been very flirty with one another. So yeah, they go back and forth quite a bit, like during the story, about like if they want to pursue something together or not, because they both have like just trust issues, past insecurities from other relationships that, like, you know, keep popping up within their interactions. And that's also what I really liked about the story, is that like it felt very like real. Like the romance in it was kind of like an afterthought, but in a good way. Like it felt like a very real life story, and it was so relatable. So this is why I genuinely enjoyed this book. Okay, so the ending is really the best because it's so sweet. Like, I'm not even gonna spoil it because, like, I wouldn't want you guys to, like, go out and buy it and read it yourselves. And I loved reading this story and, like, not really knowing what I was getting into. But yeah, the ending is so sweet, and I'm gonna read, like, a few of the, like, quotes that Luke said to Abby once he was, like, professing his love to her. It was so sweet. Okay, so this is, like, a few pages, like, towards the end of the story. And basically Luke says to Abby, or maybe I've already been falling, I don't know, but from the moment I picked you up in that parking lot, I haven't been able to stop thinking about you, and I mean that, Abby. But every day, every moment, no matter how hard I tried not to think about you, I can't bear the thought of you going back to him. Literally sliding down my seat because, like, this is just so sweet. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like because this book was so real, I wasn't expecting it to, like, seem like I was watching a movie while I was reading it as well. But, like, this is when we got, like, I think glimpses of it, when, like, the guy goes after the girl and he professes his love, and then they end up together, and it was just, like, really cute to sort of end the story like that. So yeah, and so basically, like, Abby is a very, like, driven type of woman, and she's not gonna let anyone really keep her from her opportunity. So she gets an opportunity to leave Ireland and to go to another country to live and work, and Luke is in full support of that, but, like, out of love. So he says, but you have to live your life for you, not for anyone else. And I was just like, this seems so basic, but it's actually, like, you know someone loves you and, like, they want to be with you so bad, but, like, they're still like, no, like, you have to do what's best for you at the end of the day, because ultimately I want you to be happy on the inside, not to just make me happy by you staying here for me type thing. And it's just so sweet. Okay, I think this is my last one. And he says, I love you, Abby, and whatever this is between us, I'm all in. So yeah, Luke was definitely one of my favorite, like, I guess, boyfriend books or whatever. Yeah, it was a very, very sweet story, and I will definitely read this again. This is, like, one of my favorite books that I've read all year, actually. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I'll probably read it again next summer. I'm not gonna read it again this year just because, like, I want to read, like, new books and I'm still trying to find, like, my 5-star read, and I still haven't, like, found it yet. This was up there though. I rated this one like a 4.7 out of 5, so I really enjoyed this book, thoroughly enjoyed it. And this one took me, like, no time to finish as well. Like, It's not a super long book, to be fair. Like, it's only 318 pages, but I finished it, and I think in about 3 days. I don't know, that must just be like my average now. Like, I finish books in 3 to 4 days these days. But yeah, so I really did enjoy it. Definitely would recommend it. If you could pick it up, definitely pick it up and have a read. I think everyone will enjoy it because the story is just such a real story. It's so relatable, and the characters, you'll end up loving them. So concludes the portion of my book reviews in this video. So yeah, that was really, really cool. I really enjoyed both of those books. But yeah, let's just get into what I'm reading now. So I'm reading The Partner Plot by Christina Forrest, and I'm liking it so far. I've read The Neighbor Favor by her, and that follows the younger sister Lily and like her take on, I guess, romance and like her own love story. And now we're following her older sister. So yeah, this has been a really cute story so far. I'm only like 88 pages in, so I recently just started it. And I actually let my boyfriend pick this off of my TBR because like I only have like 6 more books on my TBR left. So I really need to like low-key go book shopping because I'm gonna read those probably within the next month and be done with that TBR. So yeah, I really do think this book will be good, and I think I'll enjoy the story because Violet was such like a vibrant character even in The Neighbor Favor, so I feel like I'll enjoy her own story. Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm reading, and I've been really enjoying this time at the park, and now I'm like under a tree. And yeah, it's been really fun this past time. It's really chilly today, so like I kind of want to go home, and I'm getting really hungry, so I might leave in a few minutes. But I have been reading more on the book that I'm currently reading, The Partner Plot, and I'm starting to enjoy it. Even though I didn't really want to read a romance book, I kind of was like into the thriller in my thriller era after The Housemaid, but it's okay because I'm gonna order the second one I think today, and then that way after I finish this romance book I'll probably read the second of the series, The Housemaid. So yeah, the park is pretty deserted. Like, it's not too many people. Like, it's people here, but it's not super crowded. And yeah, I think I'm gonna head back home really soon because I need to do a shop anyway. I have like no food in the house, so yeah, that needs to be done. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the vlog. So I've read, and I think I'm gonna leave the park now, but instead of going home, I think I'm actually gonna go to that book thrift store that's right in my neighborhood that I saw that where I got the Rebound because it was only £1.50, and even though I'm not gonna buy any books because I literally have I think like 6 books left on my TBR that I need to finish, I think I still want to go ahead and just browse so that when I do want to purchase books like in person, I'll do that just at a later time once I'm finished reading my TBR. I'm just gonna go there and window shop. I think I can do it, I really do, because like I am probably still gonna order my books from Amazon. I have like 3 books in my Amazon cart, and I probably just order those, but I won't like actually go in person and buy anything. I'll just look, since technically I'm already still gonna get new books this week. Or should I just not buy anything? I don't know y'all, but let's just hit the book thrift store. Hey my kiddos, and welcome back to the book vlog. Welcome back to the vlog. So today is Saturday, August 25th. It's actually Carnival today, so happy Carnival. Hopefully everyone is safe in Notting Hill or wherever it is that you're celebrating Carnival. But anyway, what we're gonna do today is just go up the road, go to the thrift bookstore. So I'm super excited because I can finally get the books that I put like back on the shelf when I was window shopping the other day. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all those books today. Hopefully they're still there. I'm gonna be heartbroken if like there's only really 3 that I wanted. So I'm gonna be like sick if they're gone. But yeah. Anyway, so I just want to come on here and say vlog with Z, what we're about to get into. And then we don't really have anything else planned. I think we're gonna come home and then I'll show you guys the rest of the books that I've ordered from Amazon as well. I will see you guys at the bookstore. Hey loves, welcome back to the vlog. So me and Babe went to the bookshop and I got 4 new books. So I'll show y'all when I get home. I'm gonna do a haul. He just went down the road to get some snacks because we're gonna have like a movie night. I got some Chinese and he's getting pizza now. But yeah, it's been a good day. I'm ready to get back in the house because honestly I'm just kind of tired. All I want to do is just like lay in the bed and eat. So I'm looking forward to this evening. But yeah, I'll see you guys at home when I give y'all the haul. Alright, hey y'all, welcome back. So we are home now and I'm about to do a really quick haul.
Done! I told you to wait. I told
you to leave.